I want all of you to take a closer look at both the images that are there behind me and figure out the difference between the two. The one obvious difference between the two is that one is in a circle, the other one is in a triangle. But if you look closely, in the circle, there is a human species that is somewhere in between, which has moved to the top in the triangle. That's visible?
Yes.
Now I call the circle as our beloved Mother Earth that provides for everything that we have equally to every species that is living on Earth. The triangle is something that we have in our head. We are intellectually more equipped, emotionally more dominant than any other species that is there on the entire beloved Mother Earth. To that, we have used that as an advantage for us, but I think that was given to us as a responsibility which we've forgotten. A responsibility to look after all the other species that are there because we are emotionally and intellectually more evolved, more potent than any other species that is there. Now, let's move a little forward. I want to ask all of you a question. What is that one animal or one mammal that you can associate with, that you can think of in your mind, that has the longest association with any human being?
Dog.
A lot of people are going to talk about dogs. Yes, I have that in my mind. Now I'll change the question. What is the first natural thing that we consume when we take birth after our mother's milk and water? Cow's milk, buffalo's milk, cow's milk, buffalo's milk. Also, this is the one thing that goes with us the most constant. We think about dogs because that is what we see most common in our house, in somebody's house, on the streets. But we forget cow because that is usually not available to be visible. But now, if you actually see, what is the first thing that we have when we wake up? It's either tea or coffee. What does it have? It has milk. What do we have in our food? Whatever we have during the entire day, even to the late sweet desserts that we have in the evening, it has some kind of dairy product in it. Now, are we all on the same page that most association that we have out of all the animals that are present is that of the cow with our human beings? Correct? Yes. Now, where does this milk come from? All of us know it comes from the cow. Where do cows live? Yeah, in fact, 80% of the world's population, which is somewhere around 6.5 million, they are consuming milk or milk products day in, day out. So to my next question, where do cows live? Dairy farms. Now, wherever we purchase milk, we find this happy logo, like a happy cows logo on the packet of the milk. But do you think that is the actual reality?
No.
Correct. We usually, because see, it's so camouflaged that sometimes we feel that this is actually like how cow is, she's happy, she's giving milk for us and it's coming to us on a table. Whereas the reality is entirely different. People who are running dairy farms, I actually call them milk factories because for them, cows are machines that only produce milk. If you want to imagine what a dairy farm looks like in your head, you can visualize a large public toilet filled with cow dung, reeking of urine, hovering with flies, and cows stuffed in, buffaloes stuffed in. The person who is handling that farm is least bothered about the situation because if he has to improve the situation of the cows, he will have to shell in a lot of money, which he does not want to because his source of money comes from the milk that the cow is producing. So basically, they had lost the emotional connect with the cows, and this is how it started beginning. This is something that we don't get to see quite often. This is how usually you will find a cow when she stops producing milk. Now I want to ask you, where do you think the cows are going after they stop producing milk? To the slaughterhouse maybe. I'll just share a story with all of you and I'll ask all of you to close your eyes, flow with me in the story, visualize while I talk about it. Can you close your eyes? Imagine a mother who's pregnant. She is roaming around in the streets because she does not have a home. She is searching for a safe place where she can deliver her baby, where she can nurture her baby. Now that mother finds some people like all of us who take her into confinement. In that confinement, she has no medical aid, she has no proper facility. She is forced to deliver her baby there without her will, against her will. Now, as soon as the baby is delivered, keep your eyes closed. As soon as the baby is delivered, that baby is taken away from that mother. She could not do anything because the other people had the manpower to do it. All the emotional trauma that she went through, leave that aside. Now let us focus on the baby. That baby was shifted to a next room. That baby was kept in that room for the rest of her life. As soon as she attained the age of puberty, that baby now has become a girl. She was manhandled, she was made pregnant, and she was forced to bear children against her will. She kept doing that. In fact, I would say people kept doing that to her until she could do it no longer. A lady lived her entire life in a confined room, only producing children. Once she was old enough to not produce children anymore because of the age issues that come, she was thrown out. Once she was thrown out, all she knew was she wanted to have food because that is something that she needs to survive. Now, she does not know where to get food from because that is for the first time in her life that she's come out of that room, that confinement. She goes searching for food and she finds something. She thinks it looks like food because in fact it smells like food. And where does she go? In a huge garbage can. There she finds foods. She's finding food which is covered in plastic, thrown by people like us because that is wastage for us. She starts eating that food. She also eats the plastic with it because she does not know that she will not be able to digest or ingest the plastic. When she eats that, she falls ill, she lies down. That is what happens with her. She will either lie down, she'll fall ill, she'll die like that because there is no medical aid available for her, or she'll meet an accident and die eventually. Now replace that baby with a cow. That is the life of a cow. That is what she has to go through so that we can get our glass of milk on our table every morning. Was it ever always like that? This is the question that all of us should ask ourselves. Was it always like that? No, it was not like that. In the olden age, people used to respect cows. They used to revere cows. They used to feel cows and buffaloes as sacred. In fact, cows were kept like family members. The first milk that came out of the cow was given to the calf. Whatever was left unused by the calf was used by us. We have to remember this word, used by us. Cows were fed nicely, they were kept happy. Then what changed? Our priorities changed. We did not want cows in the house. They shifted to dairy farms. That is what changed. Our physical connect with the cows, it shifted. Our emotional connect with the cows, it got shattered, and that is how they landed up where they are right now. I'll give you an example. What is the current population of humans in the earth? Somewhere around 8 billion. What is the population of cows? It's somewhere around 1 billion. For 8 people that are there on earth, we have 1 cow available for them. Now take a different statistics. For 8 people, there is 1 cow available. Now look at a different statistics. The number of cows that die in one day is 9 lakhs. And when I say they die, it is because of the conditions we've put that cow in. No cow right now is dying a natural death. They either die by ingesting plastic or they die in a fatal accident. Now compare that with the number of people that are dying naturally, which is somewhere around 1,50,000. This is 6 times more. The death rate of cows is 6 times more because of the way we are treating her. I'm not talking about the other animals that are here because that list is just mind-boggling. So basically, we stopped using the cow milk and started over-exploiting her because we wanted to do that. This is just one aspect of what the cows are going through. Now let me just show you what the environment is going through. We have overexploited them so much right now that the livestock and the byproducts account for almost 32,000 million tons of carbon dioxide, which is 51% of the total greenhouse gases that are being emitted. So all that we do, all our transportation, everything put in one corner and the cattle in one corner, they are producing almost the equal amount of carbon dioxide. Where is this taking us? To global warming, to climate change. Look at the amount of water that is required. If you actually look, 1,000 gallons of water is required to produce just 1 gallon of milk. Why are we doing that? Are there no alternates available? We still choose to do that because one, it is easy, B, it is cheap, C, we just don't care. We don't get to know the reality. That is why we do all these things. If you also see the number of, the amount of area that is covered, it is somewhere between 45% to 50% of the entire land on earth is covered just to grow food for cows. So basically what is happening is the amount of area that we have is used to produce food for cows, then we are feeding the cows, then we are extracting milk from them, and that is what we are eating. The amount of rainforests have been depleted because of this. You have no imagination. This is what is happening. Climate change is happening because of this. Despite knowing that the alternates are available, still we choose to continue with it because we are just oblivious of the reality. We cannot see beyond the logo that is there on the milk product. What is the way forward? All of us can ask, what is the way forward? Well, in fact, I will tell you all, we just have to go back to our roots. Because originally it was not like that. All we have to do is take care of them. Love will solve everything. I'll request all of you to go start visiting the gaushalas because that is one place the cows come after they cannot produce milk. Start visiting there, you will feel what they go through. Maybe we will change, all of us will change. And I will just show you that image that I had shown in the beginning. I have inverted the triangle. The humans come at the last. It is not because of the actions that we have done, it is because of the weight of responsibility that we have to carry. Divine made us like this because they said that yes, this human being, this human species down here, it is going to take care of every species that is there on earth, which we've forgotten to do. But with this presentation, this is my dream that we just care more about the cattle that we are using, that we are over exploiting. With this presentation, I hope I am not the only dreamer and I hope all of you will join this dream. Thank you.